Don't come around me, can't come around the team. We want better things. Get down.
What's good, you guys? It's the J Podcast with your boy JB featuring BESHA. Just let y'all know that now. This episode is broken into two parts, y'all. Two parts. When I say two parts, two. Okay? So, the artist we about to get into is Aye West, y'all. Make sure y'all go stream Better Days by Aye West featuring J Flex, which is Better Days by J Flex and Aye West, y'all. It's lit. When I would tell y'all, I'm going to play a little snippet. I'm going to dance with it real quick. But yes, it's Better Days by Aye West featuring J Flex on all streaming platforms. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. Part one is lit. Okay? Now, we're going to get started with part one. Okay? And it's going to be real lit. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share to your cousins, aunties, all that. Make sure you go follow Aye West at a.west_. Also, make sure you go follow Jay on the podcast. And y'all, we're going to go ahead and get in that episode. Let's go! What's good, you guys? It's your boy JB. It's the J Podcast. You got the wrong one, but the right podcast. Guess who I got on the podcast, y'all? Y'all thought I was not doing artists, right? I said I was, and guess what? Fuck around and found out and got more artists on my damn podcast.
Let's get it.
Like I said, y'all always been asking for BESHA. Everybody want BESHA. Bring BESHA out. Bring BESHA out. But we're going to get into some things today. So, as y'all know, I got my handy dandy notebook, as you know. So, like I said, you guys, we got Aye West on the podcast.
Aye West, what's going on? Thank you for having me.
It's always good to have some good family in this thing.
Absolutely.
You know?
Thank you for having me.
So, first and foremost, who is Aye West? Just let us know. Who is Aye West?
So Aye West is a Nashville native. He's an artist. I'm also a father. But, you know, I just started this music journey a while back. My brother started making music and everything, and I started getting into music myself. I went to the Navy, and in the Navy, you go by last name. So they used to be like, West, Aye West, you know, like saying like, hey, West, come here. So it just started from there, and it was just like, man, I started rapping, and they was just like, man, Aye West. And I just said, you know, that's going to be my rap name, Aye West. It was A.West, but then I turned it Aye West, like how they spell it in the Navy. So I was like, Aye West, for real, for real.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's where the meaning came from, and that's where the name Aye West
Yeah,
came
for
from.
sure, for sure.
Cool. So what genre of music, if you would put yourself in a box, because, you know, I don't like to ask artists that question of, what are you doing and what box you in, right? That
Well,
would be right.
predominantly is hip hop and rap, but I also get in my Afro bag. Hence, like, got a record called PTSD. I also got a record called Go Hard. I actually just got Official B King on there. We just left the Yo too, so be on the lookout for that. I had a Go Hard challenge. People participated in. Official B King was the one who had got the verse for that. So shouts out to her.
Gotcha. So when you say Nashville native, was you born in Nashville or
Yeah.
was you raised in Nashville?
Kind of a little bit of both, you know, because my family, they come from Saginaw, Michigan too, so I did a lot of living in Saginaw. And but yeah, definitely was born and raised there. Antioch, stand up, let's go.
Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that, the big A out here in good old Nashville, right?
You feel me?
So tell me this. So tell me about this upcoming project you got with J Flex.
Man, J Flex and I had got on this beat produced by Grenadier. He's actually a great producer out in Nashville as well. We actually locked in. He invited me to his studio. I had a beat, and I was like, bro, listen to this joint right quick. And we were going to write to it, but then it was just like, yo, let's just get in there and vibe. We started freestyling and everything, and then it just became more organic, and we wanted better things. We was talking about being on like a higher plateau, higher echelon of life. So I was just like, you know, hit it with a verse, and we just got to rapping like that, and now I feel like it's gonna be the summer bop in Nashville that's really gonna take by storm for real.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna let you know now, as BESHA will always want to do. BESHA always make sure BESHA get what BESHA want on the podcast. So today I am gonna possibly, as we know, you probably do a lot of little freestyles, or you know, a little 1-2 out there.
Okay.
So I would love one of those on this good old podcast tonight,
For
most
sure.
definitely, because I'm gonna give you an unexpected beat, and I'm gonna see if you can ride that beat. Because guess what? One of my favorite artists is BESHA Loves. It's Nicki Minaj. And I'm definitely going to give you a
Okay.
beat. And
Okay.
like you said, you had Afro beat. So I'm going to give you a beat that she got on, which was an Afro beat too. I don't know if you listen to a lot of Afro music.
I mean, I'm be ready for it. I ain't never gonna stir down from a challenge.
Most definitely. So I see, like, we did a lot of research and things like that about you, most definitely. So
Okay.
what I would say is you actually was one of my first people I ever saw, like, on Nash Thursdays and things like that.
Okay.
That was my first performance by seeing you, Nash Daddy, OG Pearl, Amon. I would say
Yeah.
a lot of them. That was my first performance, and I felt like I was family when I first walked out there.
For
So
sure.
tell me about that on Thursdays. What do y'all do on Thursdays?
So Nashville Thursdays is started by I believe Young Gray and his team, and they had reached out to my guy Nick. Shout out to Nick's the artist, man, and he sent me an invite, and ever since then, like I was there for the first one and started consistently showing, and they really probably didn't even know that I did was an artist at that time. So the following week, I actually did a performance, and then they wanted me a part of things to be, continued out as far as bringing the energy, crowd participations, and stuff like that. And then it just kind of started expounding upon there because at that time I had just released a project, Tracy's Son. So that was my EP that I had released. So, and they started taking note of that, and we started going with that.
Gotcha. I guess I was gone talking.
Hey, that was that mic drop.
Okay.
That was the mic.
So yeah, on Thursday. So you was recently in the All Star, right?
Correct.
And me from the crowd, I would say that you should have been in the running
I
to
appreciate
win.
that.
And I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of the artists that I saw out there should have been in the running, but I feel like sometimes it's based on clout.
Yeah.
If I had to say clout, because
Okay.
I feel like it should be another type of situation like Thursdays. I feel like it should be a Wednesday thing or a Thursday thing or a freestyle Friday type of situation.
Yeah,
or
for
something.
sure.
Just because not everybody I feel like was able to get the right, opportunity.
The shine. Yeah, because you got a lot of different artists up there who sing and stuff like that, and it was more so structured towards battling. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of people don't have battle tracks or anything like that. But I think being the first one that it was of its kind, they can definitely mold it to a different way. You know what I mean? And I feel like they're going to do that in the near future. Shout out to my guy MCD who won. He actually did his thing for sure. Crowd participation is a motherfucker. And I love that about him. You know what I mean? Bringing out the community and bringing out people because that's what it's about. You know what I mean? And he really highlights that. His verses is dope. And all the other runner-ups as well. I could dance, but Muggs was getting crazy. I was like, hey, this mug is going crazy. And I think it showcased a lot of pressure, put pressure on people in an artistic way that you got that one opportunity. Luckily, I got saved. Because I got knocked off first round and came from the gulag. I was like,
no, why?
But that was the craziest part about that thing. It's just like going up and that dude to me is like, he a big bro. You feel me? Like he a bro for sure. And it was like, I ain't gonna be little bro by nobody. But at the same time, like that's how I look at it. Yeah, but it's like that competition that brought it out, and I was like, man, like just to be able to go against somebody who's a heavyweight in this industry in Nashville, I was like, that's respect,
Gotcha. So tell me about this. So, excuse me. So tell me about this. So just from listening to your music, and I'm gonna tell you this one song I actually related to was, and I'm gonna just go to it. I'm actually pulling it up right now. One song I really did relate to was that song you just brought up. I think you brought it up, and I was actually about to post about that song, but I don't know. I ain't want to give it away that you're gonna be on this podcast.
Yeah.
You can't let too many people know what's going on.
Okay.
Know your every move.
For sure.
I think it was it sounded like a party. I think that was their party song I listened to.
A party song?
What was it? Because I literally said that is one of my favorite songs right there. I literally kept saying that. That's one of my favorite songs.
Party song.
Let me pull it up really quick because it was, you just said it. I think you just told
PTSD?
No, not PTSD. It's the party one. The one that where is it? This is one of my favorites. I ain't even gonna stunt. And I couldn't find it. I could not find the actual video when I was looking for the actual video. Let me pull it. Where is it? Let me see. It's like real top right here. Where is it? Oh, it's this one. Here you go. It's around here.
Around here.
One of my favorite songs. I ain't gonna stunt. It was lit. It brought out BESHA. Did you hear when they say bring BESHA out? They brought out BESHA for real. I said, oh, that's a little lit. Okay.
For sure.
Tell me about that song, most definitely.
So that was when my homegirl, she had reached out and she was saying that she wanted to get a feature. Her name is Nelly Wap. And she had heard my style. I heard her style through peers, you know what I mean? And she sent me the song that she had already did. And when she had came from, I think she lived in Denver. So she came down and we actually were headed to the studio together, and I was kind of typing up a little bit of my verse. She was like, nah, because I was going in a total different direction about it. And she was like, no, Wes, I want that like, that gutter, that fun, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, you know, you gonna get what you get. And sure enough, Around Here came out.
And what I would tell you, it's a little hype. I was like, I'm ready to dance too. Like, let's go.
Shout out Nelly Wap. She actually was on Baddies Caribbean, I think, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nelly Wap.
Yeah. Okay, come on, Baddies Caribbean.
Blind Baddie, yeah.
They say, can't check me if
for sure.
But just to get into it, so tell me some things about like in your career that's been like the highest moments for you.
The first one that I actually experienced was when I first started rapping, and I got the freestyle in front of a captain, like the captain of the boat and all my peers and stuff. So it was like 300-400 people. So I was like, they had me up there freestyling, and I was nervous as hell. And my chief was like, Wes, you better not cuss. You better not say a cuss word up here. And I was like, oh man, like, hold on, here we go with it. And then it started pivoting from there to when I came back home. I started doing shows in San Diego, because I was living in Japan at that time with the freestyle stuff. And then I had lived in San Diego, starting working with a record label. Then I came back home to Nashville, and me and my guy Nix, the artist, we started making music. We just did Nelly, Ashanti opening up for them, freaking Bone Thugs and Harmony, opened up for Ritz. A couple names, Young Jock and I keep forgetting their names. Yin Gang Twins, my apologies. Yeah, Yin Gang Twins. So those are some real pivotal moments, because those crowds was over 500, 10,000 plus. You know what I mean? The ratio was different in Syracuse and in Knoxville. And being able to bless people with letting them see me at Nashville Thursdays and stuff like that, Nashville. So, I had a couple of pivotal points and working with some great people on that.
Okay, so tell me about this song, PTSD. Tell me more about that.
PTSD started when I was going through a lot. It was kind of like a depression-based feeling, but I didn't want it to feel like depression. I was, like Outkast, Hey Y'all, he talked about some crazy stuff, or like some things that you don't peep, but you just sitting there dancing all the time. That's kind of how I felt about PTSD. It's like I'm talking about, it's like they say, that they say Aye West is insane. I might Geronimo jump out your plane. You know what I mean? Like, I was going through times where I was like, man, going through some heartache and stuff like that. And then kind of just going through the waves and looking at what I went through and narrating it in a different way. Gotcha. Narrating it from saying A, B, and C versus getting like X, Y, and W or something like that.
Okay. So tell me this. If you had to choose a different name besides Aye West, what would have been the name you chose?
My name, if I could choose a different name, what would it be? Honestly, I'd probably still go with West, take the A off, or just go by Amari, because that's my name. I kind of try to stay true just to myself. And I do have an alter ego. I'm writing like a anime novel kind of thing. It's called The Ballad of Sun Roshi. So like that kind of character, that flair. But if I had to say my artist name, it would be Amari for sure.
Okay. So y'all learned about him, but guess what? I hope y'all still are watching. I hope y'all like, comment, subscribe, and if you also are listening, make sure you pass this on to your cousin, your auntie, your uncle.
Your brother's brother.
Platforms it has a podcast. But I'm going to let y'all know, we about to get into some things, and we about to bring BESHA, as y'all always say. This is a good segment of Bring BESHA, right? So, make sure y'all know that you got the wrong one,
but the right podcast.
What's good? It's your boy JB. It's the J Podcast. It's BESHA, and guess who else we got on this podcast? We got Aye West on this podcast.
Let's get it. What's going on, man? It's Aye West. I want y'all to tap in with Jay. You already know what the fuck's going on. You got the wrong one, but the right motherfucking podcast. We about to get this shit cracking. Make sure y'all follow me on all social medias, Aye West. And don't forget to go ahead and download my new single coming out called Better Things featuring J Flex. CTC, let's go. Let me see. Turn it up a little bit. So it's like, yeah. He is the visionary, bloodlines flowing with the Rona. Hard coat as Jesus' feet when he was walking on that ocean. Thinking that's blasphemy, shit, or is it the truth? My rose points to be around heads while you bleed through the roots. I need a bad bitch, not average. You know I be a savage. And every time I come in that house, baby, want the cabbage. She know she getting lettuce, that cheese and potatoes. It's okay, cause baby, I'm about to do it. If I say so, it's the West up in this bitch, and you know I be fucking snapping off. Yeah, I came from Tennessee. My family came from Saginaw. 615, stand up. Yeah, they know it's me. Every time I come in this bitch, I'm on the frozen. Hey, West up in this thing. Yeah, doing my I can't even get it.
They say, what's up?
Hey, you know what's up when they West is in this thing. Everybody see my chain. You can kiss the pinky ring. Hell yeah, I do my thing. I got a Lois Lane dame. When she came, then she know I'm about to slang a hurricane. Hey, I need a bad bitch. I told you don't need average. She say she super classy. You don't work with the garbage. Hey, I need hey, a couple little freestyles. A little off the top, but hey.
We there. I heard we there for
a little off the top. Hey, the beat, I fuck with the beat selection. I just, you know, I appreciate that. That's crazy.
What about this beat? Can you do this one?
Let me see. Oh. Let me see. Yeah. See, I'm stressed but not taking classes with people that's far from average, but bitches and clueless bastards. My rage don't mind me lashing. No talking, just filled with action. A poet's pain and passion. Too heavy for you to be grasping this show. No closed caption, so no distraction. They packing on what you're lacking. You're slacking, heart bleeding, leaking, then cracking. Inside of me is a dragon. You listen clear where you tracking. Any person that's asking can see these hands when we clashing. Forever lay in the casket. Oh, now that's it, Casper. I told you I'm a disaster. I don't give a fuck because I be running like I'm faster. Too easy to say I'm faster. I'm the rock when you killed that actor. Snub nose close to a pastor. Killed molesters, murdered the bouncer whose son tried to be a rapper. You got the right one, and everybody doing this. I'm feeling like I'm Tyson. I'm knocking niggas out like a bison. I'm coming in, and now I don't give a fuck. I hit your chin. I'm about to spin again, like I'm about to spin the block. Anybody want me on your block? I'm about to knock it out. It's super hot, 95 degrees, and I told you that I do this fucking thing in my dungarees. West coming through, you know how I get. I told you that I'm the hardest up in this fucking bitch. Hell yeah, nigga snapping, and I do my fucking thing. I told everybody, you know that the name is Aye West. It's Aye West. I've been.
Y'all heard him. That was an exclusive that y'all don't know. He hit that beat real quick. 2 beats, y'all. So, like I said, you got the wrong one, but the right podcast. You would never know what's going to go on this podcast. In real life,
on the spot.
when BESHA's in charge and Jay ain't in charge, it's over with.
Let's go.
Do you hear me? Because Jay would not let that happen. But we going to get into some topics to Zach.
For sure.
So, if y'all didn't know, and y'all don't know, the name of this episode is The 4 Realities That Should Be in Plain Sight. First and foremost, you should have some kind of common sense and street sense when it comes to these priorities. Like, for real. Realities, when it comes to realities, like real talk, it should be plain sight when you see a reality. Right or wrong?
Right. Facts.
And so, like, just going back to the PTSD song, I listen to that song. I listen to all your songs in real life.
I appreciate
you didn't
that.
even notice that. Honestly, this topic came from a lot of your music. You just didn't even notice that.
Okay.
Yes, I really listen, okay? I do listen to music. So, just to start off, stop spinning the block for a dead end. And I'm going to explain this, and then we're going to get into it, okay?
Stop spinning the block for a dead end.
Okay? Instead of focusing on the people who left, focusing on the people you in your life who has chosen to be focused on is the ones that stayed and the ones who appreciate you and respect you, and focus on the ones who empowered you and make your life beautiful. You are surrounded by human beings who know that you want what you want in your life and never take them for granted. Name something, and this is just BESHA just trying to get in your business. Okay, what the business is, I run businesses. Name something or someone you took for granted or now see this mistake? So like thinking about it, stop spinning the block for dead ends. Like in all honesty, a lot of us get to that point, and
Right.
like I say, this is a reality in plain sight.
Right.
You should know. Like you should know, dang where.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't be spinning the block with people that's a dead end, right or wrong.
Right. People are here for either reasons or seasons.
Okay. Tell me more when it comes to your music, when it comes to like stop spinning the block when it comes to dead ends, when it comes to music.
I mean, it's kind of like, you know that saying, when you grow up, you outgrow people, you know, or people, sometimes you either surpass where y'all met, because I'm a believer in how we met is how we're always going to interact. And sometimes you outgrow that interaction. Sometimes you just either A, get fed up with it, or you see yourself coming out of it. You know what I mean? Or I used to call it the infinite tsukunomi. It's like that loop. You continuously going into a loop with somebody on how you approached them or met them or anything like that, or how they came into your life. Sometimes you don't even remember how people came into your life. They just showed up. And then sometimes they really just exit themselves, like stage left, they take their own exit, or you do it yourself by saying, I want a better surrounding for myself. Gotcha. And I feel like I did that with a lot of situations, but I think people are designated there to be there for you when you need them, but I don't really get mad at the people who aren't there for me as well. I just know that that's just their season at that time. Thank you for shopping at Kroger.
Yeah, shopping at Kroger, okay. We couldn't say Walmart, damn, Publix, damn, Kroger, okay. I guess you can save money at Kroger, you're right, though.
Thank you for shopping, fam. I'll see you later.
And I feel like they say is, thank you for coming.
Yeah, appreciate
and not trying
you.
to be funny with the Chinese people that serve Chinese food, what they be saying, thank you for coming.
Yeah, for real.
But in all honesty, like even when they doing the nails and people nails in real life, like they even have a thing of if your nails look like trash, I don't want to deal with it.
Right.
Or like we say, don't spin the block. I'm not finna come to your house, beg you to do something that knowing damn well it's a dead end.
For sure. Heavy on the non-begging for stuff. Heavy on that for real, because I don't feel like if you don't want to be a part, then, you know, exit yourself. Or I would do it myself because I don't believe in like blocking and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's...
You're going to see me shop.
Yeah, you're going to see me again, fool. So it's like, I don't want to even be the one to even put that energy. I don't want to be the one to block or do all that kind of stuff. It's like, look, you want to unfollow, you want to do all that stuff, that your own prerogative. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Because the more I focus on myself and like what my vision is, the more it aligns with other people who are like-minded. Versus worrying about the people who like, oh man, no, you should do it this way. Now you're trying to sway my vision, and then you're obstructing it at the same time. So.
And then you can stroke my ego so long into that, and not putting sexual in this, but you gonna stroke my ego so long until it pops.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you want real individuals around you. You know what I mean? Like people who are like going to tell you the truth, even if it hurts. They say the truth hurts, but you know.
Okay. So I feel like we got into that. So just to flip it.
Okay.
If you had to put yourself in someone else's shoes, and when you come to the point, and we're gonna keep on this topic, stop spinning the block for dead ends. So if you had to put yourself in someone else's shoes, and every topic we get into, we're gonna put ourselves in other folks' shoes.
Okay.
So with it being a situation where with your music, right? It takes a lot to trust people on listening to your music and literally sending it to people and things like that, and not feeling like, damn, did I just send the wrong thing to the wrong person, or did this person just steal my shit?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or is this a dead end that I'm probably not gonna get signed or something like that? You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes it's never the goal of being signed. Sometimes it's the goal of letting people hear you.
Right.
Do you feel like sometimes it's a dead end when you send certain things, or the anxiety comes about, I guess?
I mean, the last time I felt anxiety sending a song was I sent my record to my friend Kay in Tunte at the time. Well, she's in Tunte now, but it was the PTSD record, because I was not going to release that record at all. And that's when I did not want people to see that side of me, or like, because I'm singing, I'm vibing, I'm having a good time for myself. And my guys, they were like, man, this record's cool and stuff, but I'm thinking they're being biased and everything like that. But then she was just like, yo, like that song really got me through a lot. And here I am having a perspective of, oh, people are just gonna judge me and all kinds of stuff. But I had to really outgrow that mentality because that was insecurities that was in myself that I had to really take accountability for
Gotcha.
sure.
Gotcha. So, what do you have? What question do you have for me about that? I want you to put me in the hot seat too.
Okay. As far as, accountability, or not even accountability, spinning the block on people, is there a person that, that you may have felt that you had to outgrow, or like a situation that you can recall that it wasn't for you anymore, and how did you get out of that?
I would say job, like working a 9 to 5.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes you got to let that 9 to 5 go, because in all honesty, that 9 to 5 is not there for you.
Facts.
They're there for their self. And then the second thing is, when are you going to start thinking about yourself?
Yeah.
Like when are you going to think about self, or just going out with family, or even certain friends that you feel like they're benefiting from other things. Just going back to I hate to bring up season 1, but I always bring it up with season 2 or season 3, because you never know when this video gonna end. It could probably be this could be the premiere of season 3. But like I'm saying is, from season 1, that was where a lot of people learned who I was as Josh or JB, or that was the tip of the iceberg when it came to BESHA.
Yeah.
And what I would say is, this season, or possibly season 1 or season 2 or season 3 that you probably are listening to or getting to at this point, I feel like I spent the block with too many people, and I took chances with not doing this podcast situation, because a lot of people I was so scared of people's, like you said with the PTSD song, I was so afraid to put out this podcast to a point where I didn't put it out sometimes. It was more of like, what people gonna say, what people gonna do. And it was like, you can't let nobody make you put you in a corner.
Right.
I'm not in kindergarten.
Right.
I'm not in timeout. You're not going to put me in timeout where I'm going to put my nose in that corner and sit in that corner for the time being.
Right.
No.
Right.
I'm not spinning no block with no dead ends. I'm going to leave the dead ends where they are, because in all honesty, they're going to get fried and get turned into some skin.
Talk about
I'm going to tear it with some barbecue sauce and some hot sauce. Thank you. So I feel like that's how I feel, in all honesty.
For sure, though.
So make sure y'all are like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Don't come around me, can't come around the team. We want better things, get down or lay down, cause we coming for everything.
It's about time for change, been through all the rain. My new car outside look like candy paint.
Alright, so y'all, I know y'all listening, I know y'all getting a little emotional, a little ready to fight me, ready to do whatever. But at the end of the day, you still listening and you still watching, okay?
Let's go.
So, I'm gonna let y'all know this. Make sure y'all for real are listening to Aye West PTSD. And also,
Appreciate
make for
that.
sure y'all are listening to Better Things, okay? Featuring J Flex, which is coming out soon. It's gonna be in the description. I might update description also, just a heads up, so we can make sure this gets number 1. Okay?
Let's go.
Number 1.
Come on.
Because if BESHA behind it, it's gonna be number 1.
Absolutely. Let's get it.
Period. So let's get into this next situation of the realities that you could see in plain sight, and make sure you have that street smart and that actual smart, or not being slow as shit. Okay? Boom, bam, boom. Hey, West probably like, who the hell is this? They are showing off. I'm scared. Okay. So, like I said, if the energy and effort are indifferent to what I'm giving, I don't want it.
Right.
I don't want it. Throw it away. Put it in the garbage, expose, and move on.
Thank you for shopping at Kroger.
Okay. People who have good heart will always end up losing, because they will always give more than they receive. They always forgive, and they always accept the love they get, even when it's not, when they know that they deserve better.
Right.
And quick question. Wes, I know you don't want me to call you, Aye West.
No, you good.
I'm gonna call you whatever. Your name is Wes. Okay?
Right.
What have you lost because of you being so good-hearted?
That's a great question. So, I've lost a lot, starting from California and stuff, having good friends, I lost a lot of time with people who who I kept getting told like, oh, they're bad people and stuff like that, but that's not how I encountered them. And a good friend of mine, his name was B-Face the Magnificent, Roderick Daniels. He actually passed away. He had open heart surgery and everything. And I missed that time, a lot of the time with him, to be able to be there for my friend because I was focused on different avenues of life at the time, you know what I mean? Or like something as far as time you can't get back. And it's very valuable and it's exchange on exchange, you know, and that was a person who believed in me and my music career in the beginning. And the fact that I couldn't be there for my brother at the time, it really like kind of woke me up in reality a sense. So when it came to friends and stuff, I would pour into people who I believed in at that time. And my house ended up getting robbed for my studio equipment and everything like that, because I was trying to help out the block. Like, you know, these are people who I believed in. So, but they seen me as a meal ticket at the time. They seen me as like, they took the kindness for weakness. But I swear, when I stormed the block and I was madder than a mug, ain't nobody want to speak up. I'm a real personal energy. It's like, yo, if you really feel like you bold enough to steal from me or anything like that, then I'm definitely going to press the horse's mouth straight up and make it like for real. So. And I don't even try to make myself seem like I'm a super angry ego, like I'm a big dude who can beat up everybody. Like, nah, but I just don't like nobody playing with my time, my money, and my food.
Sound like you and BESHA must be brothers and sisters, brothers for real in real life. It gives you very much like you ain't playing no games.
I'm just, look.
Because like they always say, the good always end up with the thorns and the needles for some odd reason, because even my own self, like, I would say, just like going off energy.
Right.
If I never thought about good energy with a lot of the artists or anyone I work with on my podcast, because I'm trusting someone with my own craft, because I started off not doing guests. And I even said it first season, I was not doing no guests. The only person that saved guests in real life was BESHA. My inner alter ego, a man. People think BESHA is a girl. I don't know why people think BESHA is a girl. I don't know what they think that is, but BESHA is definitely not a girl.
Right.
BESHA is that hood nigga that, like, you know, I hate to say nigga, but you know,
straight up though.
I think BESHA is more of a persona of like Harriet Tubman / Rosa Parks / Muhammad Ali / Madam from All the Queen's Men / Martin Luther King, or some, you know, what's his name also, Malcolm X. I feel like BESHA is more of the person that's like, I'm here for you guys, but don't play with me.
Right.
Don't play with me, because I will spin that block and I will shoot up the house. I will do a drive-by real quick. No one will know it's me.
I feel
I'm going to
that.
pull up in an old lady car. And I don't care what people know my plan. I'm going to pull up in an old lady station wagon and shoot your house up and throw them orange Bibles and walk away like ain't nothing happened.
Not the orange Bible, the little pamphlet, little Bible.
The New Testament Bibles, as they call it.
Yeah.
But you know, like you said, if the energy is and the effort is indifference, what am I giving? Like, I don't want it, because you're not gonna take advantage of me. That's the thing. Like you said, you helped the hood out. The hood didn't want to help out. And that's what I would say, if BESHA had to be a person and we gave BESHA an actual persona, BESHA would be the person that's like giving out like, hey, you need some food, you need that.
Yeah.
Like Aye West, and I think BESHA would be best friends out here selling, like giving out
place
food
and all kinds of, trying to do things that's bigger than doing things bigger than ourselves, you know what I mean? And that was a turning point for me to try to put up a wall for sure, because here I am, I'm like extending myself and like what I have, and I'm believing in these people, and then just for people to try to reap their benefits, like biting the hand that feed them type thing. And I'm not even in a position to be like I'm feeding people, but I had a kid, I got two kids,
if
you know.
If you're giving them equipment that costs over thousands of dollars, you're feeding the hell out of them. What you mean? You giving them food stamps.
That part.
You're the government. You're Trump.
You're that part.
Trump. Real talk. Like, you're literally the leader, because ain't none of this shit cost $1.
Yeah.
This iPad, that didn't cost $1. This mic, not $1. Your studio equipment wasn't $1. In real life, you worked hard enough to get it in their house, just like anybody else would. And I feel like some people need to understand that ain't shit easy out here. It ain't easy to say, oh, well, I'm going to do this, that, and the third. Fuck no. In real life, we all out here trying to get it out the mud.
For real.
So if you steal from me, go steal from the government. Don't steal from me, because in real life, I'm the same pot that you got.
And that's what it was. It was like when I asked everybody, like, yo, I know y'all know something, and everybody, they froze up and act like they didn't know anything. That made me retreat. Not even retreat, just kind of go introvert and be like, okay, these people ain't for me, so let me be for myself. Facts.
It was given to Denzel on what's the name of that movie?
Where he was like,
King Kong.
Ain't got shit on me.
That's what it was.
Pelican Bay.
He was up in the community like Denzel Washington was. And when you get back to the hood, it's a whole different tune. It's like, I'm feeding y'all cornbread, collard greens, like.
And now it's time for y'all to be there for me. Y'all act like y'all don't even know me.
You giving ice water. You getting ice water when you giving out more than enough. And I feel like, in all honesty, a lot of these, and I hate to bring this up, I feel like this goes back to a lot of these sign artists. Artists just really sign like, and I hate to bring up names, but I feel like some of these sign artists don't act like you guys act. That's unsigned, because I feel like unsigned are more hungry than it comes to that. Because if we go back to the music industry situation, it's like, I feel like y'all have a good heart, but when people start throwing their contract into you and be like, well, I can do a 360, or I can do this, that, and the third, but people don't understand this shit. I need that money. What you think I'm going to do? You think I'm not going to take that 360? Fuck, me and my family over here living on pinto beans and cornbread.
Right.
So who wouldn't take it? But in all honesty, it's more of like, if the person, like, if the people don't actually listen to y'all and actually support, because I feel like people really want to support, but they don't support because if you ain't got the clout, they don't want to hear it.
And that's what I hate about like being in Nashville and stuff sometimes, because when you go out of state, like when we did Syracuse, New York or whatever, they loved it. They was eating it up. It was like we was just like, you would have thought we was celebrities at a sense. People coming up wanting pictures. Hey, do this, like take a picture of my kid and stuff. But you come back home and it's just like, people act like, you know, they won't, not even care for your spot, but they don't even acknowledge you or anything like that as a peer, or like, hey, I support and share. Because whenever people come up to me and be like, yo, can you take a picture? You want to do anything? I'm a humble person.
When we met, and I'm gonna say this, you met me as BESHA. You didn't meet JD. You didn't meet JD. You met BESHA. You definitely met BESHA that night. Because I would say, you saw me at a picnic. Shout out to my girl, OG Pearl. Thank you to Pearl. But what I would say, we met, we knew each other already. Because in all honesty, we knew each other in Crossing. Because I saw you perform. I was like, this man, like this man. I'm like, shit, okay. Let's bring it, you know, culture.
Not the culture.
No offense to the whites, because I fuck with the whites too. But, you know, culture. You know, you got to think about your blacks first. Harriet Tubman, thank you. Harriet Tubman. But for real, don't act like you on.
Hey, but that's funny. I mean, she should have been on the $2 bill already, but that's another story.
But I think like Harriet, it was somebody before Harriet. Come on, now.
For the two.
You don't think Harriet? It was somebody before Harriet
that like did the same thing that she did.
Exactly what she did. I mean, but they just didn't get. They got caught.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, Harriet just didn't get caught.
No, I feel like there is a lot of people who try to help our people at that time, you know, and like you said, I just think certain people get highlighted because of the stand that they took, and it had to be on one certain person to say that they were the first when there was a many. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you was to say the first Harriet, that's like Moses. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Even, you know what I mean? And there's derivatives of all of that. It's just like a person, like a savior complex, or a person who's just really trying to be above, like, who's not above themselves, but feels that everybody's equal, and then they push the narrative like, hey, this is not right. We need to be doing something else, and there's a promised land over the ocean. We just got to cross it. All we got to get to the ocean. Let's split this ocean, and then we're going to walk through. And Pharaoh and them ended up drowning. You feel me? Like, there's a lot of people who are going to want to be the first, or take the energy of the first, the person who's breaking the mold down. There's always gonna be a person who's like, man, I want to destroy that
Gotcha.
as you want to build. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of haters, but let them be your motivators.
Gotcha. So when, just going back to energy, when it's indifference, right? And I'm just gonna play this good old card of family and in relationship too. I want to bring that up. So when is enough? When a friend or possibly a family member or possibly in a relationship, like I definitely got a relationship. I know you possibly got a relationship.
Yeah.
So when is enough when you got to tell them, hey, chill out. Your energy ain't the same I want it to be. When do it come a time when you got to further let them know?
I'm not a huge person on chances. You probably got like 1 or 2, but not no 3. You know, and once you show your cards the first time, they say change. You know, people can change and stuff like that, but I think people can evolve. You know, it's sort of change, but we can overcome like any obstacle. But you gotta want to put the work in. You know what I mean? And if you don't, and you don't see any growth, because change is growth. You know, and I would rather see you grow and we can build and navigate through that versus if you don't see yourself as a fit or anything like that, I'm not gonna hold you captive. You ain't got no shackles and we all free. Like, look, this is a free, go ahead. Either you want to stand with me or you don't. Thank you for shopping. But at the same time, it's like I'm gonna put in what you put, you know, at this point in my life, because I used to overdo it. I used to put myself in positions like, man, I'm doing so much for this person and not getting anything back. No ROI at all. Return of investment. It's just,
y'all heard the return of investment.
Yeah,
make sure
because
y'all like, comment, subscribe, that hashtag return investment.
For real, because you don't want liabilities, you want assets in your life.
And what Brandon say on Players Club, use what you got to get what you want.
Exactly.
She was a prime example. Be real. Or what did they say on what was that? Set It Off.
Set It Off.
She said, what do you do when you got a gun to your head? What is the procedure?
What's the procedure?
What is the procedure?
Yeah.
At that point, it's the procedure of saying, I got to think about me before I think about anybody else.
Right.
Because in all honesty, like you said, thank you for shopping.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, there's other people outside in there I can pull from this grocery. Because guess what? I got an unlimited access of food stamps. Play with me. Because ain't no taxes on this. Play with me. Because in real life, when that government give me that $1,000 on their taxes or give me them $1,000 on their food stamps, I'm going to go out there and go shop. And I'm going to spin the block like the first thing we said. But if the energy ain't given, I'm going to swipe that card and I'm going to find something else.
I feel that.
In real life, because when do, like, you know what I mean? It's like, when is enough is enough. And I'm going to just ask, so with your relationship, you know, I'm going to be honest, I was a little nosy. I saw your stat. I saw your post and your story. Y'all went to the little suki, you know.
Oh, the sushi and sumo?
You know,
Come on, yeah. That was fine.
Do you feel like that was overdoing it, or do you feel like there was definitely a gift from the heart?
It was something that I wanted her and I to experience together. You know, my brother calls it R&R time. And I never got to do a lot of stuff in my relationships. The things that I want to be able to show my love, you know what I mean? Because you don't even get to make it through the great parts. Like, everybody think the cupcake stage is like the, you know.
And I'll be honest.
Yeah, but then getting through the cupcake stage, then you kind of go through little pit-pats, tit for tats and all kinds of stuff. It's the thought of putting in more work. They be like, man, like, I don't want to put in more work if this person ain't. But when you have a person pouring into you, and y'all pouring into each other, you want to do more with this person. Like, I want to have.
It make you feel like you just had a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah. Like, but in this case, I'm sitting there eating sushi. We over there eating freaking little. It's like a, I don't know. It was like a yogurt cookie looking thing.
And I
was
watching
like,
her running.
Yeah, I'm like,
I know you was.
I'm like, yo,
look at my bae over there. You was like, that's bae right
and
there.
we sitting there like in the second row from the sumo wrestlers and stuff. And I'm like, man, like, I never really got to do anything like this in my previous relationships, i.e. too young or trauma bonding or, you know what I mean? Like, nothing that was really growth. It was just more so like, dang, I'm trying to put on this savior complex for somebody who doesn't even see that they're a problem or that I'm creating more problems because I'm babysitting their problems. You know what I mean? That's a big one. As far as babysitting a person's problems, you're trying to make your...
You're trying to make your energy the same as theirs.
You're depleting yourself.
First off, you can never mirror someone else's energy ever. Because in all honesty, we always made differently.
And that's one thing I always told her. I was like, you know, if I'm down, don't meet me down. Bring me back up there, because I'm always going to be a uptight person. If you see me up, we going to be up together. I can't look at you and be like, no, babe, you know, I'm going to crawl in the bed. You want to mope?
You're like, I'm not with it. We're not doing that. What do you think this is?
It's like, no, like, if I look at you, I start smiling or something like that. You smile back. It's like, okay, like, no, we can go for a walk or something like that. I don't want to do the same cycles that we did in the previous relationship. Yeah, because that's done and over with. We want to go live life. We done survived. A lot of people who are, you know, our skin tone and darker or whatever have you.
Black, y'all hear it? Black people, white people too.
Oh yeah, everybody. But I'm saying like lighter or darker people in our middle class or lower, whatever what you want to say. We've been surviving for so long that we never really get to experience the living part of life. And when you have a person who actually wants to do this with you, y'all can, like, why sit there and be like, oh, I'm in the streets and all that stuff when...
That's fun and all.
Yeah, it's fun. It's cool.
More money.
Yeah.
It costs a little more money.
Relationships cost money like a mug, too. You know, them chicks wasn't cheap. But it was worth it.
You got what you wanted after that.
The experience, yeah, for real, because the experience, the culture, the everything because like I said, I lived in Japan for 3 years, but she never experienced any cultural situation like that. And then I love to be a part of me loves that you the first. Because you ain't gonna be a first in a lot of people's love or anything like that.
Gonna be able to go to that performance.
Yeah, you feel me?
In all honesty, you ain't finna spend that much money on everybody. Because in all honesty, if I'm doing this is a one-time thing only.
Because some people be like, look, you better take this freaking Chili's and call it a day.
Or you finna get this 2-for-1 at Sensational, okay?
Somebody get that McDonald's special real quick and be happy to the mug. Yeah, for real.
I ain't gonna stun them fries be fine when they fresh.
Oh,
when they fresh.
Get the mugs non-salted. They gotta recook them.
Come on, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, for real.
So, like we were saying, y'all, seriously, like, match the energy. And if you're listening for real, like, seriously, when it comes, friendship. So, what about friendship? I want to make sure, and I'm gonna bring up mine because I want to make sure we can discuss mine and also discuss that.
So, as far as friendships, like where I had to like leave
energy type of situation.
Leaving a situation with friends, that's more depending on how long y'all been friends and everything like that. Like your best friends and stuff like that you met when you were younger, typically they know your highs and lows and everything like that. And it's usually a couple of things that people will fall out of, whether it be money, jealousy, you know, like people can be jealous from afar. And when it comes up close, you either pay attention to it and see the signs, you know, they say red flags, but sometimes you might even just see a yellow flag. It's a caution flag. And you like, yo, like, I need to approach this at a different time. So knowing to navigate and protecting your peace. Protecting your peace at this point in life because, you know, we all older now and we don't want to have, like I said, liabilities. I'm liable to... Your life is that part. Your life is liability to change at any given moment, and you don't know when that might be. Hell, we just heard a siren go off. We thought everything just changed. We thought, oh, right. You know what I mean? But imagine if you in the back of somebody's car and you just chilling with them, and then they get pulled over. They done got a whole gun, something in their car and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't put myself in a situation like that to where I'm altering my life because I have a destination, I have a goal. And if you don't see yourself, it's kind of like Ja Morant when he had the gun and stuff like that. That whole time changed his life. And he had a person next to him like, yo, bro, we can't be doing that. Whole life changed. You worth $250 million. And you playing away game. You playing dumbass games. Like, but having people in your life to be like, yo, man, you can't be on that. You know, like hardball or something like that. Like, yo, you got to get out the hood. You got to be something. You about to be something. It's like you want people designated in your life like that. And sometimes just staying your black ass at home.
Okay. So, like with me, and I know you probably was going to ask me this, so I'm going to jump in and ignore what you said because I'm going to answer the question myself because guess what? I'm the boss of this. Thank you. My name is BESHA. Thank you. Aye West and thing.
Come on with it.
So, when it comes to relationships, straight up, I ain't playing. I'm not even playing. I'm straight up not playing. Because in all honesty, I seen Whitney Houston get her ass beat by Bobby. I'm not finna get my ass beat straight up. Seen too many Tyler Perry movies. You got me.
That
You
TP.
definitely got me messed up. Secondly, I seen Precious and her mama fight, so we're not about to play those games.
But I feel like with those shows that you mentioned, I feel like they highlight so many black stereotypes and stuff like
I
that.
got something else.
Okay, keep
You
going.
thought I was done.
Yeah, because I was about to say.
Why did I get married when Marcus and Angela?
Yeah.
That was a prime example of a
Marcus,
parent that
Angela,
I'm like,
yeah.
Lord Jesus, my mama was just like Angela, and my dad possibly was like Marcus sometimes.
Okay.
Where she'd be like, get your ass over here, Marcus. You know what I mean? But it's like, I would think when it comes to relationships, we bounce off our parents no matter what.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, that's the only example we had of a
Inheritance.
relationship.
It's an inheritance.
In real life, right or wrong.
Right.
Because you see your mom and your dad, even if they wasn't together or not, you're going to either go over mama's house or you're going to go over daddy's house. You're going to see him with his girlfriend or you're going to see her with her boyfriend or her little piece or his little piece. Keep it real.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it real. You know what I mean?
Keep
In
it
the
a
black
buck.
community, it's more like that.
Yeah.
Right? And then secondly, when it comes to friendships, I don't trust no bitch. Unless you might ride or die in real life,
For sure.
bitch, you off. You cut the fuck off. Because if your energy off, you're done. Like, you're done. Like, you only get one chance with me. That's straight up, one chance. Because in all honesty, I've cut off many of people that been my friends, maybe 7 or 8 years long. That don't mean shit. 8, 9 years don't mean shit. Once you do one thing that cross me or make me feel like uncomfortable or make me feel a certain way, oh, we're done. Because in all honesty, what your mama tell you, you've been in my stomach for 9 months. No one should actually hurt you in 2 months. You literally let somebody hurt you in 2 months, and you've been in my stomach for 9 months. Right or wrong, right?
You've been in my circle for 9 years.
Then you literally go through 9 months of hell in your mama's stomach, and you think you finna go through the hell with a friend? Ain't no such thing as friends when it comes to certain things. Because if your friend can't be there to financially feed you, financially fuck you, I ain't talking about like sexually.
Like,
I'm talking about
over.
like making sure, hey friend, you good, bitch? Do I need to pull up or something like that? If they financing, feeding, or fucking you, that's good. But in all honesty, I ain't talking about the lesbian shit. I ain't talking about the gay shit. Because in all honesty, a homeboy can be your motherfucking ride or die in real life. In all honesty, there ain't no gay shit behind there, no feminine shit, no masculine shit behind it. Because in all honesty, I got a brother. To this day, that man is the straightest man ever, and I will literally let a bullet hit my motherfucking head for him. Because in all honesty, that's my brother. Because in all honesty, I slept in the bed with this man naked. We ain't did shit. I'm the gayest of the all, but in all honesty, I don't let the gayness define who I am, because in all honesty, people think that I'm RuPaul or some shit, but ain't no such thing as gay being the RuPaul of everything, because in all honesty, we niggas. I know I got a dick between my legs. I know I ain't got no tits. I know what the fuck I want. In all honesty, and I also know how to respect a woman, and I know how to also respect another man. Because in all honesty, what will my mama want me to do? Go out here and go flirt with a whole straight nigga? No, that's how you die most of the time. Most of us in real life in my community don't match energies, because in all honesty, you can be the gayest of it all, but be around all the straight niggas in the world, and it be cool as shit. They don't even know your business unless you tell them your business, dumbass. Come on now. Or even with the gay girls, y'all literally, you spill your business around the girls on the low on some dumb shit. You can literally one up on people, because in all honesty, I'm at literally Nash Thursdays, every one of them artists didn't even know I was gay. I could have been in there, literally could have been flamboyant, but been straight as a motherfucker and tricked the shit out of people. But in all honesty, if you don't match that energy or be cool as fuck, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. Let's keep it real. Because in real life, I literally said, bring BESHA out to Aye West. And he probably was like, what the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about? And when people hear BESHA, they think of a girl name, but it ain't that. Like, come on now. You know what I mean? But all I would say is, when it comes to friendship, if I can't call you family, we ain't friends, real life. If I can't be in your wedding, fuck you, bitch. Because in all honesty, I've lost friends for some dumbass shit that I feel like they knew what the fuck they did to themselves without matching the energy in real life.
So it's like a separation of that. And I'm glad, putting that out to say there's a difference between preferences of life versus just being a good individual of a person. You know what I mean? Anybody can have their preferences. Like in the military, people fucking do whatever the hell. I ain't gonna ask you. Personally, I really don't give a damn because I got
shit to do with you.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. However, how that person treats me, that's how I'm cut. I'm like, I wouldn't care if he was red, green, blue, or whatever the hell.
And if you're an elephant, I'm scared as fuck. I'm running the
Shit,
fuck.
I get along with a whole bunch of shit, but at the same time, I'm not going to judge that. You know, I'm not going to judge that off of like, this is your merit, this is your character. No, this is just whatever it is that it is. But me, if you asshole, condescending cunt or some shit like that, you just a piece of shit. I'm gonna be like, yo, I can't be around that because I hold myself to
higher standards.
Yeah, like I want to be around good people. I don't want to be around things that's going to make me feel like low vibrational. Like, man, this shit. Like every time I come around you, it's just like, ugh, Felicia. Like,
so like he said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And
like, comment, share.
Okay, that's the end of that topic. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Aye West got that song coming. Make sure y'all listen to it. Okay.
Better things.
Y'all, now that was part one. And what I would tell y'all, Aye West and BESHA, those are like twins. Don't they look like twins, y'all? Come on now. So that was part one. I hope y'all ready for part two. It's gonna be in the next link, or it's gonna be possibly the next part of this episode where you can see either on Apple Music, Spotify, any streaming platform that you can possibly pull up a podcast, or possibly pull this video up on YouTube when it comes to Jay on the podcast. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Now, thank y'all so much for watching this, and also make sure you go stream Better Days by Aye West featuring J Flex. Let's go!
Henny and do say I be feeling like alcoholics. Get them out my section, cause we don't fuck with your frequency. The homie keep hitting me up, telling me that he need a G. Easily, blunt at the blunt, we be rolling frequently. Living in the lost world, bitch, you know it's CTC. Security told me that I can't come in with my weapon. Flexing on them cause they had got us into